Hello everybody. This is week 2 of the craft fair ideas with myself and the lovely Lesley. I'll link Lesley's channel down below so you can go and check over what she's done for this week. And for this week I have sewn a mini tissue pocket holder and a chaplip keyring. I'm going to link the tutorial to this for anybody that wants to do it. This one I will link, but to be honest, they're not worth them either if you're doing a craft fair, because you would think that was easier than this to do. No, it's not. It is so fiddly to do. It really is, and I just no, I wouldn't do them because they're too time consuming myself. But these are really easy to whip up. Cut all your pieces out, get a conveyor belt going, you can get loads of these done. And the reason I've kept it in this packet instead of doing the top is because if you're doing a craft fair, because I think these look nice, just separate it, I think these look nice actually stood up, you see, and hanging up. So if you've got something, well, you could make something and you put this through one of them doweling rods, or if you have them things that you can hook things onto, you know, them display boards that you can hook things onto, because I think they do look nice actually standing up. That's just a different idea. There's loads of DIY craft booth display ideas on YouTube of how you could make a craft booth, which is really not expensive to hang your items on. Right, I'm going to get them out of the packaging now. So this is just a bag, a sallow bag with the hole in the top from China. This is a piece of 6x6 paper. Ooh, I've creased it. Just cut down. Maybe better if I used a thicker one actually. And there it is. There's the back of it. There's the inside of it. Just flip it out. Now, I have actually got an overlocker, but it hasn't come to the house yet. It's still in storage at Mum and Dad's. I will have to collect it, and so is most of my material actually. So I did do a zigzag stitch to close that off, just so it doesn't fray, because you don't want it fraying. You want a nice finish on it. It would look better really if I did use my overlocker. I don't really tend to use that because I've been so used to doing French seaming for so many years that I don't really use my overlocker, I'll be honest. But if I was selling these, yeah, I'd go and get my overlocker and I would make sure that they're finished off like that inside. Or you could French seam. So that's that one, and you just put it inside. Obviously it's reusable. That's that one. So there's your chap. This is from the January sales from Superdrug. So any standard little chaplet will fit in. Now on the tutorial she says use a featherweight interfacing. If you are new to sewing and you are going to use a featherweight fusible interlining with a piece of polycotton, say you're using polycotton, this is polycotton, it's going to alter how the fabric moves and reacts on your machine. Polycotton can be quite stretchy anyway, but as long as you're cutting against the grain and not the bias, always remember to do that when you're sewing. I would personally leave the interfacing out, even though it is featherweight, and just use 2 pieces of material that are the same, that will both react the same to going under the needle. And this is how I've done this. I've used no interfacing at all. You don't actually need interfacing like the video shows you for it. And I altered how I did it because again, if you're a learner or you're a beginner, how she did it is she had this top bit enclosed, so she started and she went round and she folded these over. Well, this actually gives a nicer finish than that. Do you see what I mean? So that looks better. So if you flip round, if you sort of understand how she sews it, and leave this part open to turn it, and then attach the loop in that way and sew it off. Because if you're a beginner, you're going to be there all day trying to line up your two seams that you tuck inside. Like I say, it seems very easy when she shows you how to do it, but if I was going to do these, I would do it how I've done it, so you get a better finish on the edge here, rather than trying to match them up and end up with a bit of a higgledy-piggledy edge there. I hope I've explained that well, because look, it isn't exactly perfect, is it? Really, you can see that, and you don't want that there where they're going to see it every time they pull out the chap lip. So that's why I reverse around what the lady did. Anyway, I hope you like my ideas for the craft fair. Like I said, these are so easy to whip up. Oh, you can get so many of these done. They're absolutely fantastic. It's a lot like the same principle of when you line curtains. Your lining has to be bigger than your fabric that's showing, your pretty fabric. It's that kind of principle. Very easy to follow, very easy to knock up. And there they are. Well, I hope you like this. Thank you for watching if you've watched. Bye.